Let's discuss a huge concept in JavaScript, objects. We've already talked about other data types such as strings and numbers. However, we have the more advanced object data type at our disposal in JavaScript. JavaScript objects map to real-world objects, noting their specific properties, data, behaviors, or methods. Let's think about this by considering a dog. Dogs in real life have a name, breed, and weight. So let's think about how we'd map or model this specific dog in a JavaScript object. Well, in one case, let's think of a dog object named Buddy. We give it a name, breed, and weight, and we'll say that the name of our dog is Buddy. The breed is Golden Retriever, and the weight is 60 pounds. Great! This is just pseudocode, but it's representative of what an object would look like in JavaScript. So let's write the actual dog object in our JavaScript now. Go ahead and switch over to your editor to write some new JavaScript code. Just like any data type, we can store the contents of an object within a variable. Let's declare a dog variable. And then we'll set it to a pair of empty curly braces, which represents an object in JavaScript. Now, to add the actual properties to our dog, we simply list them as pairs one by one. So first up, let's specify the name, and then we'll set it to a string of Buddy. Now to go to our next property, make sure you add a comma, and next we do breed. And notice that we're not putting these in strings. You don't have to put quotation marks for keys in the object. So remember, its breed was Golden Retriever. And then we have a weight property, which we decided was 60 pounds, which is about the average weight of a Golden Retriever dog. And as a result, you should end up with an object that looks just like this. Excellent. Let's overview how the JavaScript object looks. Notice that for the key names, it's not a string. We don't use quotation marks, or we don't have to use quotation marks. And JS knows to use a key in here as a proper key for what we specify after a colon. And notice that every key and value, again, is separated by a comma until we reach the last one where a comma is unnecessary. Let's console.log dog and see what it looks like. Awesome. We see a new object with our Buddy name, the weight is 60, and the breed is Golden Retriever. All right, let's suppose we wanted to access a specific property within the dog object. How could we do that? Well, JavaScript provides us two ways to do so. First, you can specify the name of the object followed by a period in the property that you want and access that relevant data. So we can console.log dog.breed instead and find Golden Retriever. Let's examine the second way now, where we can again use the named identifier for the object, but rather than a period, we can access a property with a pair of brackets, and a property is then specified within those brackets as a string. So we'll say dog breed, and there we go, wonderful, we see the same value. Cool. We can even add methods or functions to this dog object now. Let's add a bark key and map it to a function, which just console.logs woof. And instead of console.logging dog.breed, we can call dog.bark to invoke that bark function, and boom, we see woof in our console. All right, so there's an object in JavaScript, and they appear everywhere, but they're really quite simple when you remember that they map a list of keys to normal strings and numbers in order to construct more advanced data types. Let's move on to learning more JavaScript now that we understand objects.